Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tassinix, and welcome to Season 60, 3 vs 3 Grand Arena Championship, Week 3, Round 2. So, again, I have an Aurodium matchup. Nothing too interesting for me, but, again, I am just so lucky that I have a patron that was willing to step up and fill the void with an actual pretty good match here. But yes, a big welcome to Vestara Khai. How are you today?
Doing good, doing good.
All right. Let me move you, make a pop out for this. Blow you up, put you up on screen. And I know earlier you shared with me the goods, so we can go ahead and make ready for the comparison. All right, guys. Yeah, there's going to be ads and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure that out. All right. I just got a new computer yesterday, guys. It's incredible. It's absolutely bonkers. I was still able to get everything set up here to stream, so there might be some rough edges, but we're going to get it done. All right, let's go ahead and set up the prediction. How many drops will Vestara have? What do you say? You get to make the call. It's your head on the line, Vestara.
I'm gonna go with one.
One or less, two or more. Okay. Okay. The noose is tight. All right. Let's take a look here. So we've got Vestara at top 40 versus Elias at rank 25. 13.3 million GP to Elias's 14.3. All right, that's a bit of a difference. Top 80 GP, Vestara has 2.98 to his 3.06. Zeta is 329 for Vestara and 368 for him. GAC Omicrons, 53 for Vestara and 58 for Elias. Okay. Top 80 average speed, 148 versus 159. Mod analysis, plus 25 speeds. Vestara has 160 to his 173. 20 to 24s. Vestara's 229 to his 370. Plus 20s. Vestara's 389 to his 543. Plus 4% offense mods. Vestara's 87 to his opponent's 178. And plus 6% offense mods. Vestara's 32 to the opponent's 54. Okay, relic analysis. Total levels, Vestara's 1774 to the opponent's 2047. Relic 9s, 35 to 53. Relic 8s, 56 to 125. And Relic 7s, 89 to 67. Okay, I have to shut off the phone screen. It's distracting me. All right. Datacron analysis. Total rerolls. Vestara has 242 to the opponent's 328. Okay, yeah, I'm getting all these new pop-ups because it's a new machine. All right, Art Vandalay. Hey, Tass in chat. Hey, what's going on, man? Tim, good Saturday morning, Tass. Another Aurodium stream, another valued guest and patron. That's right. That's right. It is always a pleasure. Sheepdog, good afternoon. What's going on, man? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, we're just getting set up here. By the way, I forgot to really properly introduce Vestara here. Those of you who know him on Twitch know him as Kunkstar, and he's one of like the day one OG supporters. I want to say among the first to have subscribed to the channel and has been subscribed pretty much since the beginning. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I think I'm at 46 months, something like that.
That's crazy, man. So super big thanks to you for all that support all this time. And then, you know, becoming a patron besides. So thank you so much. All right. Striker, Striker sub. The entire time I known I was going to be a dad, and then 9 months after, what an anniversary. What? Oh, what, you had your kid born today, Striker? What's up with that? Feathers, hey man, good to see you. All right, so yeah, the Datacron analysis. Total rerolls 242 to 328. Level 9s 52 to 51. Okay, that's decent. 6 to 8s, it's 0 to 2. And then for 3 to 5s, it's 8 to 7. So pretty close. The total rerolls definitely suggest a little bit more, reroll action going on. So what you think? How often are you fighting down on everything as far as, stats go?
This season, I know basically both weeks, every single matchup was, punching up.
Okay.
Usually for Datacrons, I'm matching, and that's where I'm really just making it even just on Datacrons.
Trying to fix what looks like a little crookedness in the camera. Looks right to me now. I don't know. 9 months in. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, all right. So you're prepared for this type of matchup. Let's take a look at the GLs. What jumps out about the opponents? Pretty fast JMK. Nice JML. Lots of prop. Okay. Respectable Lord Vader. Okay. And how are you looking? Nice slacker. Okay. Yep, like that. Yeah, really like the Leia as well. Okay. How are we looking at the key characters here? Wow, okay. Very fast Cat. Decently fast Ben as well. Lots of offense on that Ben 17K. It's pretty burly. Okay, and then how are we looking here? Nice gas protection. Fast Malgus. Okay. Good damage on Cat. Yep, alright. I like the Star Killer as well. Okay. So what's the deal here? You missing a mod this week?
Yeah, I do switch swaps for TW and GAC, so
Yep.
usually my mods don't really match for either when I'm doing compares.
Okay, so what you're saying is what you had locked in with is, like, you have the mod. Like, this is just not accurate when you pulled it.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
When I lock in, it doesn't match the compare.
Dig that. Oh, and this is your personal that you like to check, but again, this is more about looking at your opponent than whatever you had equipped on at the time, I guess.
Yeah, the personal stuff is usually just looking for the most recent stuff. So Great Mothers, Balin, and what's the bottom one? I don't remember.
You've got Exile Ezra.
Oh yeah, New Conquest. Because usually, I mean, as you know, top 50, everyone has everything. So you're just looking to see how far they took the newest stuff.
Makes sense. All right. Let's take a look at the Omega Bot report you sent me. Okay. Maybe that might be just a little too much to work with there. Okay. So, last couple weeks. So it seems that at least 2 rounds, he wasn't really getting contested. Is that about right?
Yeah, just looking back, he only had really, I mean, for his full clears, I don't think he put much into offense. But he only got full cleared maybe once or twice.
Yeah, I'm seeing the once. So he'll set something the likes of Rey Swolo, Nas, Jabba, Great Mothers, Queen Amidala, and Enoch team, Balin, Lord Vader Maul, Kelleran, Trenchwat, Leia, Tuskens, Finn, Saw, and Qui-Gon. Fleets, Malevolence, Executor, and Home 1, so just the one threat fleet. This suggests, yeah, people really weren't trying to attack him, I guess. All right, what was he using on attack this week? JMK Cat, Reva, BKM, Bane, Slacker, Starkiller, Wampa, Radis, Malgus, JML, Sith Eternal, Treya, Bossk, Seer, and Aphra, and then a few other teams as needed. What has he been struggling on? Tuskens, Enoch, Leia, Queen, Balin, and Rey. And only, only a little bit of each. Not a lot dropped. Okay, Yeah, I probably should have come and looked at this section earlier, but that's fine. Okay, so Elias is usually attacking later, and then we can see where Elias does have this speed advantage in mods. Both of you have quite a few GAC Omicrons. What's the difference? Ben Solo redeemed. Okay, BKM, Chrysanthemum, Rose, and then Starkiller. What is that? Boundless Force Throw. Okay. No barrel toss. All right. Now, this is interesting. Squad banner efficiency. I guess, was he fighting Aurodiums, or did he just have opponents that just didn't feel like fighting?
I think at least 3 of them are Aurodiums.
I see I have a bot. I must smite them. Stop it. Get out of the... Ban. Okay, good. Ban. Close. Okay, good. May we never see your like again. All right. And you said at least a few of them were Aurodiums. Okay. So it's tough to really read into this. He knows how to find a 58, 59 if the opportunity really presents itself, I'm sure. But yeah, not too much you can really read there. Okay. And then this is the details. All right. Let's go ahead and pull back up. Not mine, but his. Okay, we have, just before you show the board, let me see if we've got the predictions in. Okay, it says 7 minutes, 30 seconds. You guys have 30 seconds remaining. When the clock hits 7 minutes remaining, I'm cutting off the vote. Get in your votes right now. What do you think Vestara is going to do? He put down the stakes. He said 1 or less, 2 or more. So he believes in himself. The question is, do you believe in him? Oh, hey, Waldo. What's going on, man? Looking like Roaring Kitty for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I don't know what that means. I hope I don't have to know what that means, because I don't know what that means. All right. Yes, cutting off the submissions, and it's 50-50. All right. The people are divided on your fate. But go ahead, show the board, and yeah, that's going to give me the opportunity to size this correctly. I'll size it in accordance with the edge of the screen. Okay, now I should be able to match the size, and boom. Fits exactly? Fits exactly. Can't beat that. Resize, can't see the last 5%. Yeah. Got it covered, Striker. This is day 1 on the new machine. I'm happy that we're doing what we're doing. I wonder if you're able to stream at a higher quality in my Discord. It says 1080, 60 FPS. No, I guess that's about the best you could do, because that'll be determined by your machine. I was just seeing a little delay. Anyway, go ahead and tell us what you want about your defense. Only about the teams, people can see here. I think your mic might be muted, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Not showing a lot crazy up front. We're going to have Balin, Rey, Jabba, Leia. Leia with POW is probably the biggest throw. We're going to run Rey, Ezra. I know people have been trying to figure out where to put Ezra, but it's easiest so far just to make people try to figure it out. And then Malgus. Malgus is just a nice filler team for this front wall.
Yeah, let me get my big head out of the way here while you're talking about those things. Yeah, go ahead.
Then up top, we've got Great Mothers. Just make them figure it out. The usual counters, but you got to use it at some point. Queen, Tuskens, Finn, and Saw. Saw with Drogon. Hopefully to, I don't know, pull something heavy on that one.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, I see that. Nice setup. All right, let's talk about Elias's defense. You want to start up top? Because we'll start fighting down bottom.
Okay, up top he's got Tuskens, he's got Enoch troopers, Trench, KB with GMY, the Ethkron, and the interesting one that I didn't see coming, Dash with Hondo Kron, and then Vando on there as well.
Mm-hmm. It's not so bad to fight, but yeah, I've seen it a couple of times. I want it to be good. I want to believe, and then it dies pretty easy to a bunch of stuff.
And then the bottom is pretty much as expected. We just have Jabba, Queen, Rey, Ezra, Great Mothers, and Gungans. The Rey Ezra, he's using the 50% gives you damage immunity. So when you get under 50% health, you get damage immunity. And I feel like that's a subpar one, but I don't know if that, especially with Rey already doing damage immunity. Can you show the
Datacron? I wonder what kind of stats he's got on it. Okay, pretty mediocre. It's split 5 ways.
Yeah.
It's something is what it is, yeah.
I'm just... It feels like something that should be easier, but I don't know if it makes a difference for different counters, because I never tried against it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, so as far as attack plan, pretty much everything is going to base off how we do against Rey Ezra. We're going to be trying to do Star Killer here and just hope and pray that it goes normal. Otherwise, it'll be interesting trying to place teams.
Now, remind me, did you do that remod so that your Star Killer is actually the first one to go on battle start?
Yeah, I managed to get Star Killer to 320, and then Mara Jade is, I think, 317, so just a little bit under, but Star Killer will be going first.
Really nice. Really nice. Okay, well, yeah, I definitely agree. From a strategic point of view, doing that fight first is best, so let's see what you got. And feel free to ask me any questions as you're going through any of these fights. But unless you ask, I'm assuming you got it.
This is going to be the biggest one. I mean, starting with this, so you're going to open with Dispel.
Yes.
Then I assume you want to stun Ezra and just get him controlled, even though he'll have already taken at least one turn because his Ezra is really fast, 360 or something like that. Mm-hmm. So his Ezra will have gone, but it's still the biggest unknown for the whole thing. So I think you stun him with your second move. So Star Killer, Dispel, then stun with Mara Jade.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Wow, that's beastly. It's a nasty cron. 154% crit damage.
Yeah, put a little bit of rerolls into that one.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
I'm just trying to think of so Dispel, stun, probably Mara Jade second, and then just focus Rey to get the Inspire off. And then I assume it just plays like normal from there on out.
Now Tim wants to know, why not go with Seer Malicos Star Killer?
Well, so I've tried Seer Malicos before, and I got wrecked on it. So I've seen it go good, seen it go bad, which is the same thing as this team. But in using this team, if you get it good, you get to save Malicos for something else. Mm-hmm. And if it goes bad, then you still have Malicos for something else. Right. Whereas if you fail with SK Malicos, you usually blew both teams at the same time. And I don't think this data comes out to exactly the same win rate, but it's close enough that having the 2-team option versus the 1-team option is just an optimization.
Completely agree. All right, well, I am ready to go when you are. Excited to see this one.
Right,
I didn't do this remod myself.
Let's try it.
Don't you dare.
All right.
I'd still roll with third because you definitely
Yeah.
want CI off of Rey so that we can get inspired
Okay.
off of her ASAP. I mean, we'll stun here,
Still
but
stun.
yeah,
No
that's
stun.
unfortunate. But
All right. Probably toss that out. He doesn't have any TM, so I'm not worried about Ezra yet. He's good. Do we do the stun? Go for the stun or keep rolling?
you could go either way, but you do have a stagger, so it doesn't really matter which way you go at this moment.
Okay.
See, now you can maybe you can use that stun now when they're higher turn meter, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah, I
he's
like
done.
this. This is shaping up nice.
Okay, and then I don't think I'm in danger, so I don't think I have to use the ship here.
No, and also you can't, finish off the main two because they're both under DI.
So I can probably just...
I would just, I mean, you can do that. You can basic, because so long as you keep moving. Yeah, all right, now go back on her, right?
All right, she's good.
Yep, he's yeah, this
Yep.
is good.
Can you stun in DI? Yes, right?
I think.
Well, we're gonna.
I would hazard it.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, the right decision.
All right, so now we're waiting for Ben.
He's gonna third here.
Is the middle a stun?
Nah, there's no stun. There's no stun in this kit, I think. Unless it's his ship drop. I think his ship drop stuns.
Okay.
Nice.
Good.
Okay, so now he is open. Time's no factor.
All right, we didn't get the stun on that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But she's almost out. And then you get to drop the hammer.
Okay.
I'd stay on her, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There.
Okay. Where's my ship?
That's
okay. Hit, sure. That's fine.
Go. And then clear.
Shipping and receiving department?
Boom. All right,
Boom.
cool. That worked out very nicely. 65.
Very nicely done, man.
Banners don't really matter too much there. It's just getting through it.
No, absolutely. 2 banners drop for the value we discussed where you're still saving Malicos. Dig it. Hey, what's going on, Vin Altavi? Good to see you.
Okay. I guess we'll just move on to Great Mothers. Get that out of the way. Let's see. Everything looks normal.
You got a poor spread on.
Yeah. Defense. And there's no offense on here, so I'm not really concerned about anyone really getting blown out here.
I agree.
Okay, yeah, nothing fancy here. We're just gonna go straight leap Great Mothers, and then hopefully beat Morgan through.
Yeah, well, we have to see who gets doomed first. That's the only thing that can really mix us up.
Okay, everyone's in. DC, let's go.
This is the one I had the other day. Now, what I did is I used third on Cat so that when the opportunity did present itself, she'd be able to execute. I don't know if that's always the right answer. The obvious only other way to go would be to third Plume to save him, from getting some focus.
This is actually the first time that
I said the same thing. I said the same thing.
if I swap to Plo, is that a cleanse?
I did that as well. Yes. Well, I don't think it cleanses him out of the stun. Anyway, it'll push his turn meter up and expire the stun.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then actually...
And now you could basic, right?
Yes, basic.
And then now she could execute. Depends. Yeah, not the...
All right.
Yep, there it is.
Okay, so now we're back on track.
Yep. All right, so that one played out. Now it's just you struggling to see if you can keep Plo, and I would focus down the spirit, yeah. Nice. You got this, Unlock. Vin Altabi says, just finished ground fights 16-14 with 1 drop. Not too bad. No, that's a very fine score. Very fine. Better than most of mine. Oof. Can we save him? He doesn't need saving. He'll save himself.
55, and 55, I think that's 1 over normal, so that's actually not that bad.
Very nice.
Okay, I think the next move then is to Jabba. The question is, I originally planned to do Enoch here, and I think I still will, even though, because we got the Chrysanthemum's son, but Chrysanthemum doesn't go often enough that I think that it's that bad. 48% health. That's, I mean, that's probably better for Blight, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I did check with TJ about this because he used this twice now this week, and he said you can do it with the DTP level 9 or with Enoch 9. So I guess if you had the choice, whichever one had the better stats. Anyone else getting a weird echo? Let me see if I can determine what that might be. Mic is on. The mic should be on. That source isn't even playing, so that can't be it. Yes, not from TAS though. On his end only. Not from TAS, on his end only. I don't get it. I'll figure it out if we can figure it out, guys. So yeah. What cron are you thinking?
I think my Trooper 1 isn't DTP cron. Yeah, because that's the only one that I have Imperial level 6 on.
Right, you want that long text with alert. Alright. I think you got it. It says it's an echo, so let me think about that. They say it's coming from you streaming, so I have to think about how to fix that. It's reverb. Yeah, I mean, I have an extra. There must be some extra sort. You don't have to hold up for me. I got to think about that. You don't have to hold up on my account, man. Vess has an echo. Yeah. I know. I'm working on it. Or maybe they are saying that there's just an echo that they're hearing through you, and then in turn through me. I don't know. How much experience do you have with this counter? Like, because I'm curious what has you concerned about the mercenary stun. Basically, I heard if you had the right cron for this, it's kind of open and shut, but I've not personally used it, so.
Yeah, I've never run it before. I don't know how it plays. All I've seen is that it works. And so, I mean, trading up like that always sounds like a good plan.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I guess we'll just feel it out. 1, 2, 3, DTP, and yeah.
I think I just figured it out, guys. I think I just fixed your reverb problem. You'll have to let me know next time Vestara talks. This is such a cool fight. Oh wait, you can yeah, okay, never mind. You still have taunt. I thought the taunt had expired somehow. My bad. Oh my god. Their participation is optional. Oh my god.
Okay, the question is there any regen on this team?
I think you're putting down healing meaning. I think you just need to keep it moving, just like you've been. As far as you mean your protection regen. I think if they manage to quote unquote kill one of them, then they get kind of reset for the DK, right? I don't know. This is a disgusting counter. Okay, good. Okay, good. I fixed the echo. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thank you for pointing that out. Glad we got that fixed early, relatively. Wow. Well, I mean, yeah, I heard it was about this, a 54, but not anywhere near close.
Yeah, I saw 155, but I think you just have to get lucky with the grenades to get that one off.
Hmm. All right. Bane, good choice. What kind of crown are you thinking to go with?
I have a pretty good, let me find it. It's one of my Hondo crons. It's this one here. Tenacity, whole bunch of crit damage, whole bunch of health, just everything that Bane wants.
Okay. I like it. Baltor says, I've seen that lose also, the Enoch counter. Really? Did you see it lose when they had the right datacron set up? Because, I mean, if you saw what I just saw, if you're having the datacron, it doesn't look like any kind of competitive. They didn't even decay once. They didn't even, the sides didn't even die once, you know? I'm usually opening with third these days because I want to have second for just after they buff themselves.
So here, do you use second or do you do first
I
special
think
usually?
third. Go for the stun. Because we ultimately do want her to die, because now he's reset, and yeah, you could do that. That's fine. I like the middle more first after the ally dies, but then again, they have a billion buffs now, so tough to say that this is wrong. The Wolf raiding in with a party of 30. Well, thank you so much, sir. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Raiders. Let's give the Wolf some love with a shout out. So yeah, the situation is I got matched up with another Aurodium that got bugged up into the top 50 of Kyber 1. So one of my patrons stepped up so that I wouldn't have to cancel the stream. So that's Vestara Khai here with me. And yeah, we're just seeing him do his Bane fight. I wish you well. That's bad.
I don't understand how that went.
I'm usually using the same type of cron setup you did, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it matters so much. I do like that Sass was out there. So you were asking whether or not to put her under stealth. And I don't like that because I didn't see how much damage they had built into their cron or anything, but if they have a lot, they can just focus him down and kill him with Sass, you know, under stealth. It's not like she's Talon, right? She's not going to save him. So, I don't know. What is on that cron, though, stat-wise? Okay, I mean, a decent amount of defense. The crit damage is not insubstantial, yeah. Yeah, okay. No, I don't think you had any really big misplays, though. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Got a backup for this? I know we planned on you having a couple of things, just in case something went wrong.
This is actually one I did not have a backup for because I'm like 6 for 6 with Bane this season, so I just assumed it would work.
I believe you. I have had this happen to me. So, yeah, the Wolf, afternoon task, how we doing? It's all good, man. This is actually the first drop of the day that we're having, so otherwise, good times, good times. Scribe, hey, what's going on, man? Glad you can make it. Good to have you. Trouble on Demand, look at that. All right. So, let's see. I would think JML could do it. Well, what's your plan for Gungans? Because we have to do Gungans anyway, so.
Treya was slated for Gungans.
Yeah, Treya isn't going to be super helpful versus Queen. You can do that. Did we expect him to have some type of Lord Vader thing on defense or not?
Yeah, Lord Vader. He's been regularly setting Lord Vader,
So we don't want
it
to
should be in the back.
here. Okay. Yeah, we can do Treya, and when you're setting up here, when you click into, we can see what you got. I mean, Reva comes to mind, but that means that you would be needing to use like Slacker versus Balin, like that. You could do, I've heard of Gungans versus Balin, but I've also heard of that, you know, falling flat on its face.
Well, so we haven't seen Leia. So the question, and we also haven't seen Balin, both teams that I was expecting to see on the front. So those are so Leia, if we use wait, we can't use SLKR yet. We have to use, you said Reva for Queen?
For Queen, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, probably have to, and then just hope that he pulled Bale into offense for this one round.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that you're gonna want to use a high defense cron with that Reva. Like, I don't think you can use a set 18 here. Because you need to just survive until Deathmark starts working, right? I mean, I guess. I don't know. Let's check out what you've got on your GI crons, yeah. Okay, 70% prot, not bad. Crit damage and potency, that's quite a bit, too. Okay. Okay, but it's not the long text, unfortunately. Yeah, those others were. And what's the other one? Right. Okay, so it's those middle two that we're really looking at if we're considering it. Otherwise, you'd be thinking like high defense set 17 with maybe some crit damage. Striker says JML, JKR, and Jedi Cal can beat Queen. Yeah, I did say JML earlier, but I don't know if you had that reserved for something. First time chatter, Farindor, FF 1986 OMG. Hi Taz, how do I become a patron? And will you take a look at my roster if I do? Well, first of all, you don't have to be a patron for me to look at your roster. I think I have a channel point redemption somewhere for like a roster review or something of the kind. But otherwise, just, pop into my Discord and, tag me and ask, and we can talk about it. That's it's not something I charge people for. But if you do want to support the stream, check out patreon.com/Tassinix. Yes. Yes. I think I still have the thing set up. There it is. Yeah. Boom. Okay, so what do we got here? Defense, crit damage. Resistance penetration. Actually, Reva and GI are both, and 7th are all physical, I think, so. Alright, so the crit damage and the defense are good. And, of course, that one would be reserved. What's the Enoch one? What's the dark side one? How much worse is it? It's not much. And it's got considerable armor penetration, but it isn't a bulk 3. That's a shame. I'm assuming you're wanting to save zombie. How about that Stormtrooper cron?
I actually don't need to save the zombie, but here's a question. Is JML a better counter here? Because the people that I was saving JML for, I can switch around, versus Reva, which is a very specific counter.
Very good. Yeah. JML, if you're cool to give it up, I believe in that, because, you're just doing virtually the same thing that you had done with the Rey fight. You're controlling with the set 17 Jedi cron. Yeah. Oh yeah, Farindor, I told you could ask on my Discord, and then I didn't give the link to the Discord, so my bad. And yeah, Striker was saying Jedi Cal, JKR. Striker, are you, when you're doing this, are you running it with 15% turn meter, or are you doing like light side tank revive? I can't imagine that the tank revive ends up being more impactful, because if you're that far behind, you're probably screwed, so probably turn meter or speed up.
Yeah, that was my same thought.
Yeah. What kind of stats you feel you want?
Probably just defense, right? Anything to not die, but...
Yeah, because you don't get prot out of this set as far as stats go, so as far as making the most of you not being dead while being able to spam coins, defense sounds right.
Yeah, this is the only one I have for the specific combination, though.
That's good. It'll have to do.
So, yeah. So you focus probably focus Pow or focus Queen first.
Striker is saying, mark Pow ASAP, coin him down, finish the fight. Try to make Cal coin attack with riposte. So you want to use that second, he does his basic and then that second special, you know, where it's the dispel and the turn pass. It also puts him, it gives him riposte so that when you call him with coin from anybody else, he's hitting under their protection into their health directly.
Okay, yeah, that all makes sense. 190 defense, 73. JML can't be stunned.
Oh my god, I'm getting blown up
And the
on
question-
Facebook. Let me fix that.
Can they ignore taunt? I forget. Okay, yeah. We'll try this one. JML, Cal, Reven. Let's do this.
Ah, crap. Sorry, I didn't know I was on mute, Striker. You basically were doing what I was saying. So the one thing was...
Yeah, with no way to go around the stealth. I don't know how you mark Pow.
So how fast is your JKR? Because I was hoping that with the push turn meter gain boost from JML, you would have been able to be out ahead.
320 on the Reven.
Okay. I'm trying to keep them in the 330s myself these days, but 320s is not unreasonably slow. HapCU says, that's such an interesting point of view, listening to the muted me. Yes, thank you, thank you. You swapped TM incorrectly, says Striker. My guess is that I think you did that first turn meter swap back to Jedi Cal, who was really high turn meter, which meant that after you both took your next turns, I think it put you out of position for being able to mark Jedi Cal. Or Padawan Obi-Wan, rather. That's my guess. We'll see what Striker says in the chat.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. Just a matter of not ever having done the fight before.
Mm-hmm. This isn't the long text you're usually wanting, is it? Oh, wait, it is. It is. This one is. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Stryker said I had it right. All right. That makes sense. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like the protection. Yeah. Crit damage would be interesting. It's the middle two, right? So it's the one left of it that's also a candidate.
Yeah, this one here.
Turn meter. Yeah, that doesn't give you enough bulk. I mean, I know it's only 30%, but I would take it. And then you've got the big prop beside, so I think that compensates for you not having a lot of defense. I don't know. So let's go ahead and equip this one, but then go back in and then sort by defense and see what we have just as a good option. Vin Altabi says, Thrawn, Master Qui-Gon, and Shore have about a 70% against Queen. I tried that once, and man, I got hosed, and I did not feel like I was a competitor in that fight. But I did only try it just the one time. I know others do get it right, so I don't want to say you're all crazy. Okay, what about the Enoch one there? I mean, I guess that would be about the best one, right? Defense, armor penetration. So 112% defense isn't bad. The armor penetration and crit damage is pretty good. I wish that was the buffs up 3 because you could use them. I don't know. I think that other GI one's probably better.
Even considering protection disruption?
I think it's only a single protection disruption, right?
Okay, yeah, and then they would put it on Reva, but that doesn't deal with her taunt, so...
Exactly. And she's a health-based character. You probably got her in some health primaries. Not that big a deal for her. Yeah, sorry, I misspoke, Vin. I meant to say Thrawn, Moff Gideon, and Shore, not if I said... Oh. Yeah, not Master Qui-Gon. Sorry. Fair call. All right, yeah, I think that Kron's pretty good. Now, I'm usually thinking that the right move is to... You're already 2 attempts in on this, right?
Yeah, this will be 3rd attempt.
You want... Did you save that or did you withdraw? So is this a fresh fight?
Yep, fresh fight.
So you've already lost all the banners that you can lose for multiple attempts. Do you want to send in something crappy just to pull cooldowns off them and make this even... You know, at this point, we need this to work, right? And you have nothing to lose in throwing extra crap tunes at it to pull cooldowns. See where I'm going with that?
Yeah, so we'd want to pull Queens first, Pals first, probably all 3 of them, and then just die.
What I would like best would be for us to maybe live long enough to pull Pow's second, right? That would be pretty nice to have that set back. That might mean that we have to do a couple cooldown pulls. But again, you're not losing anything for that. So if we do it and with some of your very weakest characters and we don't quite get it right, we can live with that. By the way, the stream shut off. I don't know why. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there I am.
All right, there you go. Welcome back.
Okay, so you were saying Pal's second. If you want to pull Pal's second, how long do we have to survive to do that?
Oh, take some of your weakest stuff, because I don't know. By the way, your stream cut off, so we don't see anything yet. But I was saying that even if you take some of your weakest stuff that you're not worried about losing, because the idea is even if it takes us 1 or 2 attempts to pull those cooldowns, you've already lost all the banners you can lose through multiple attempts. It's just more important to pull certain cooldowns than worry about how many. Times we have to go through it, right?
Okay. Is this stream back up?
Is it? Yes. We got you. Yep. Okay, we got you. Hey, Bane, what's going on? Glad you could make it. We're streaming Vestara Khai's fight. He's been just stomping on queens all season with his Bane, and wouldn't you know it, today he meets the one that shuts him down. That was the one. That is literally the best possible outcome. The fight ended on him doing the big slash.
Okay, so we got that. All right, and yeah, so we said this one's the one we wanted to end up with.
That's the one I would choose if I'm you. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm opening with AoE, right? Because it's not like, I don't think you can ignore taunt. Ignore the decoy and target somebody else to use torture on, right? And you don't really want to use torture until somebody dispels, like Master Qui-Gon dispels and reveals himself type of thing.
Yeah, I agree. So open AoE and then
maybe do basics or what, like do basics or other AoEs, something like that, but don't do any really good single target anythings on the decoy, you know?
Right, yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't think you can click off, right? Yep, exactly. It's just AoE then. I would basic here.
Okay. I was wondering if it's worth putting up the foresight, but
when you feel like we're getting close to the swipe coming back from Pow, yeah, I think we have two turns to worry about it, because he just basicked, and then he's going to do his middle, I think. No, yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, there's his middle. Oh my god. Dreadful. All right. AoE, yeah. Jeez, man. Took all that time. All right, well, it wouldn't let you target Master Qui-Gon just now? Okay. Yeah, he's got death marks. I was like, man, you should be dead right now. Man.
not looking so good.
Situation grim. Scroll down a bit. Let's see if anything else jumps out. Chat, feel free to be, helpful. We can use the help. Tass, what's up, buddy? Says Bones. Hey, man, glad you could make it. Streaming a Patrons fight because I have an Aurodium that got bugged up here into the top 50 of Kyber 1, so... yeah. But yes, Vestara Khai is kind enough to be joining us today, and I am wishing that I could help him better out of this jam with Queen Amidala. But it's looking expensive to fix. I don't think BKM really works here.
Well, what if is Trey even worth trying here?
You know what? I'm logged into Insight. Let me look up this fight and see if anything jumps out, all right? Hey, Sween's rated in with a party of 6. Appreciate you, Sweens. Thank you. How did your round go? Let's hear the good news. Hopefully it's all good news. Trying to help out one of my patrons. And I also had an Aurodium match, so nothing too interesting on my end happening tonight. But yes. Division 1, minimum relic of 7. Defending Datacron. I say no cleanups, but I'm gonna say any right now because we did pull cooldown, so it's not exactly the same thing. And it's stun and turn meter, is it? What he's got?
Yeah, stun and no basic speed up.
Okay. I don't know that matters so much. Yeah, no, there's still a decent sample size, so we'll use it. No cleanups first. So JML, Treya 50%. So Treya, Nihilus, Savage. Let's see what makes that better or worse. Only 2 attempts seen. Okay, so both use set 17. The more successful one had the buffs up level 3. He tried to go with defense on the Kron instead of buffs up level 3. This guy had health steal, crit damage, a little bit of crit avoidance and potency, and then the buffs up level 3 was really the big difference. What else? Interestingly, in both of these cases, this was achieved by a Treya Nihilus Savage. All 3 of them are Relic 5. So if you're stronger than that, it might be even better. So you were asking if this might be worth trying. The answer is yes. Yeah, Thrawn, Moff Gideon, and Scout. 1 attempt done, cleanup, 35 banners, I believe that. And then a lot of goose eggs. Okay, so that's cleanups, yes. Cleanups, any. What else you got? Bane, Sea Bane. There's your Thrawn, Gideon, and Shore. 100%. Yeah, this is why I looked it up and tried it myself, and then I just wiped out. I don't know. It might be worth you trying this, because you did withdraw on this last attempt, so we know that Padawan Obi-Wan's AoE is fresh on cooldown.
Yeah, and then this way, if this somehow works, we still have Treya as a backup option.
Right, yeah, and I don't know if you had otherwise planned strict use for Gideon. So it feels like less of a strategic loss, right?
Gideon was planned for Saw, but I think we can finagle people around. Also, the chances of Saw being on the back we're still missing Leia and Balin so far.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you need Moff Gideon for Saw, because it's like, I was going to tell you, it's like, oh, well, you could use JML, but we've used JML. You could use Reva, but we've already used Reva. So I wouldn't want to see you get jammed up on Saw. Whichever one you think you need less. But I think that the Thrawn thing might be worth trying. Let's see. 48% with Savage. Oh, wow. Trey is 2% on Insight. What kind of filters did you put in? I filtered this for Kyber 1, defending team minimum relic of 7, this Datacron, and having all of the Omicrons applied to Queen. And so you're seeing this data on screen. I'm not seeing it quite that grim, but let's see. Where is Treya? 50% on 2 attempts. Balin. Yeah, it looks like a few different variations of Thrawn Gideon work. So yeah, do you think you need Treya or Gideon less?
Well, my thought is that basically if we get through with this, Trey is a better save because then we can still get through Gungans without having to figure that out as well.
Fair enough. I'm into it. Sween's got a 1957 full clear. Very nice. Opponent set 7 GLs on defense along with Malgus, Jar Jar, and Star Killer. I think it's a good chance of you getting the win. I agree. That sounds pretty good. Not that you would ever need to use this. I managed to beat the Jar Jar team with Bam, Nest, and Dengar with a Dengar Kron. Ripped them to shreds with the birds. No, I might use that, but I can't use it just yet because I don't have Dengar Kron. But Conquest is coming back here, next week. So, soon. All right, let me put you back up on screen. All right, any advice from the gallery on how to do this? Because basically, here's what I did. The first time Shore gets like his protection disrupted or whatever, his special, you're just going to use his special and it's going to cleanse him and he'll be fine. And then you have crit immunity up on people. You're basically spamming Moff Gideon's AoE whenever he can. Grand Admiral Thrawn, you can't fracture because of decoy, so I just did turn swap to Moff Gideon.
Yeah, sounds about right. There's no way on this team to get around the decoy. You just have to go through with Gideon, right?
That seems like it's a gimmick team, right? So you're just relying on the spam AoE gimmick. So it's all about him getting as much. I think the idea is by you having the buffs level 3 and the alert level 6, you're also gaining turn meter with buffs. So the idea is to create as close to a turn loop as you can.
Okay, and then on Thrawn's first turn, swap instead of his lead special, probably.
That makes sense, right? Because after you swap back to Gideon, then on Thrawn's next turn, you can use that lead special if there's no great opportunity to fracture still, and then push yourself all that much closer to another turn swap. So I think the fight is simple in how we do it,
All right, gonna send it.
Oh, Miasmal sent us a video of the fight, so if anything goes crazy here, we'll be able to see what is hopefully a successful attempt. Okay, so you've got your AoE, off rip. You're going to take the money and run every time you can. It's alright. It's alright. A little less alright than I would have preferred, but don't you dare. Alright, yep, AoE. Yep. Absolutely the right decision. Just keep mashing it every time you can. That AoE on the far right, every single time you can. If it lets you, you just mash it. Beautiful. All right. And this is one of those feelings where I could have done this 10 minutes ago. I could have done this 3 minutes ago. Hopefully we waited long enough for you, Trouble on Demand, so that you could catch the fight. I tried to hold off a bit. Yeah, exactly. Good to wait. I would just chill. Right. Yeah, you're not trying to lock her down. You want the DI to expire. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Bane says, Tass, if you do get new merch, the take the money and run is clearly the catchphrase. Sure. Yeah, I can look into that. I was asking on Discord. I haven't had merch available in a couple years because I used to have some like hoodies and cool stuff, like mugs, cool stuff like that, all through Patreon, and they stopped fulfilling that type of stuff. So I didn't get with anybody else for merch, but if you know of any good merch vendors that, I might check out, I'm down for hats, obviously. Hoodies are cool. I could do something like mugs, shot glasses, stuff like that. Whatever you think would be interesting for me to see, shoot me a DM if you've got something you want me to look at, because I'm interested in looking at setting up merch again. That'd be cool. It's been a couple years, and there's been some active interest, and yeah, that seems like the right time to go after it. All right, so yeah, Thrawn bailed us out, man. How do you feel?
Like you said, upset that we didn't do that 3 teams ago.
Yeah, but you know, 3 teams ago, would you have been willing to risk Gideon?
No, because if like you would think that the GLs are more likely to pull it off, and with it being a gimmick team, it's just even though we get a 75% on the data, it feels closer to a 50-50 because it's just are your gimmicks going to outdo the Datacron or not?
Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, you know, cheers to the chat. Appreciate it. You know, Vin, Striker, Miasmal, good advice on the fight. Thank you, guys. That was good. Yes, Striker, that's all right. Those are good. Yep. These are all things, see, this is what the suggestion box is for on my Discord. You guys should drop those suggestions for what I should put on the merch. That way it's, you know, stuck somewhere that I won't forget it or lose about it. But yes, I'm down to make these things. That would be fun. Good stuff. All right, and I'm not usually doing this fight myself. Is it better done with Trey lead or Savage lead?
I usually do a Savage lead.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you want, I mean, you're not in, the only way you lose this is if you lose Savage, and with his defense up, it's just better that way. So I think I'm running probably this one because I don't think I need it anywhere else. Even like these stats don't matter. It's just the defense.
I would much prefer you run a dark side bulk of some type. Well, no, that means that you're running a set 18 and then you have no defense. Yeah, you know what you're doing with this fight then. Gonna trust your judgment. Just make sure if you want to, yeah, swap those. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Looking good, man.
And it's phalanx, so you just isolate phalanx first so you can keep going around them.
Nice. Yep. Makes sense. Yes, things that need to die, chapter 1, and it was real, it was bad, it was real bad. Classic phrases, all worthy of being on the side of something. Probably more of a shirt or hoodie thing. A little too much text for a mug, I would expect. But yeah. Seems like a dispel on your turn might be good to counteract Deathmark. The dispel will happen from Trey is unique, so you don't need to worry about that, Overcast. And I think we'll get the benefit of that no matter where she is. Ryrock says, I don't trust the GLs to beat the A-tier teams anymore with the Datacrons. I just lost with C-Watt against Riva 7th and GI with GI-Cron. Dig this, man. I've not liked doing that fight for a while that way. Watt, I think, is a better commitment overall, but I would go with... You said you just went with C-Watt. If you didn't bring a third, definitely would bring Set. Like, you just need the time. And when the meta favors having Trench on defense with Watt, doing triple Sith, you know, C with 2 Sith, ideally very tanky Sith, with a high defense cron, is a way to get it done. It's ugly, it's scary, but it's doable. But yes, trying to 2-man that is rough business. Yeah, you're just clobbering this fight. Bane says, to be fair, C isn't even a GL. I don't acknowledge that. I don't accept that. I'm not here to hear shit being talked about, Zappy Pappy. Man does it. The man has bailed me out many times, and he will not be disparaged in my presence. He may be old, but where's the lightning shooting out of your hands? All right, front wall clear.
Now the moment of truth. Leia, LV. Okay, so we did get the LV. But there is no Balin, so that bails us out on the Riva front.
Good deal. So, yeah, then you have a reasonable option for Leia. What were you planning for Leia, by the way?
SLKR, that's why we saved SLKR.
Perfect, right, okay. So, yeah, then Riva for Saw is an option. I don't know how good the odds are on that. I can look that up while you're doing something else you're more sure about. How do you feel about what you're doing versus Qui-Gon and Finn?
So Finn is Aphra, and then Qui-Gon, I'll probably do Iden because we used Gideon. Gideon was one of my flex ones. And now we have to use a better team on Saw because we used both Gideon, Reva, like all the major ones we used against Queen already. So we have to figure out something better for Saw.
Yeah, we do. What's the game plan for Gungans on offense right now?
Gungans are going to kill Trench, unless, I mean, if they works better somewhere else, but I was saving them for
All right,
Trench.
so that's our problem child team. This Saw, Luth, and Kyle. Give me a second. I'm gonna look it up. Is it triple Omis?
2. Luthen is missing one. He is missing the basic.
Okay. Luthen 9. What's the 3-6? Let's see. Just turn meter and then long text Rogue One. Okay. This doesn't matter. Just don't check it. All right. What do we got? So BKM 54 banners. Might not have otherwise been thinking about it. Seer Malicos Cal 81% for 53. Let's see why the losers lost. Man, I'm just not a fan of using the Malicos level 9. It just makes him a tank. Why would you want that? Okay, is this, did I filter this for no, yeah, this is no cleanups. Okay. So what do we got?
So I may have an easy option. We could probably just sit Eternal against it.
Let me see how that looks. Haha, see. Get it. What do you got to throw? You got Watt?
Yes, I'll have Watt for that.
Looks like that would work. Doesn't even require like a high defense or something. Set 17, somebody pulled it off with a set 18. I would go with whatever you think is going to make him most survivable. You know? So I've seen people do C, set Watt, and just C Watt. Either way, it looks pretty solid. What do you think? Striker says, Zappy Pappy saved my arse this round beating Queen Amidala. Oh, Striker says Rogue One beats Qui-Gon easily with their Kron. So I'm assuming that's like Radis Jin Baze? Is that Baze? So you have the AoE sweep? Something like that? Miasmo would recommend for the Saw team BKM, Bam, and Grogu. I can see that. I can see that. Do you have all the BKM Omicrons? Like, do you have that one on her second special so that Bam would follow up like right after?
I believe I have all 3. The issue is that Bam, or Bo, is assigned to Lord Vader.
You're right. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. Reeve has already been used, Trouble, but appreciate the thought. K2 says, Striker says, I use K2SO, but Baze probably works too. So you don't even need Baze to do that Radis Jin counter versus Qui-Gon. So that's an option if you weren't already thinking about how to use your Radis. Or, whatever. You know what I meant. Oh, it is Radis. All right, I guess let's do whichever fight you want that's already assigned, you know, like your BKM for Lord Vader or Slacker for Leia. Something you're not worried about. Usually I'm going for defense on this. Crit damage usually doesn't matter. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Do you think it's worth taking BAM, or it should be fine running the normal trio?
I think the normal trio is just fine. Yeah. That's what I do. It's usually about a 54, something like that. Yes. And now Maul is open. Yup. Most. Probably third, yeah. 'Cause I don't know if you have buff. Yeah, you did have buff immunity. Okay. I would go for the big hit, yeah. Just smite him if you can. Alright. Mm-hmm. Here's the cron. Come on. Okay, well, at least it looks... Yeah, it looks like Maul. Okay. There it is. I think you can work it down from here, but that's unfortunate that the dots from Lord Vader killed Grogu during Lord Vader's ultimate, and that's why he didn't come back.
Yeah, I really needed to get Maul at least dead on his first one, so he couldn't get his 5 stacks off.
I believe in you. Okay. And you're usually doing it that way yourself, right?
I haven't had to do it this season yet, but that's how I've normally run it. I wonder if it's different having the new Maulcron. I wonder if that makes him a bit tankier.
I guess if he had a lot of, protection or whatever on the Kron, certainly the revive is a factor. But I was mostly asking because you mentioned, I wonder if I should use BAM at the beginning, and I definitely think you went the right way. And yeah, I expected, you know the fight well, so yeah, that it seemed like a reasonable attempt. You usually take BAM instead of pause. Do you have your BAM modded to be at least one faster than your Bo-Katan? Your BK?
In threes, no. The only special modding is IG faster than Bo. I don't have any extra modding for that. But most of the time, I'm using Bo against Saw. So that's why I run BAM, because BAM in the Saw counter is the better option than running IG. Was it Paz? Yeah, better than running Paz.
Well, Striker in the chat saying that he prefers to run BAM over Paz Vizsla. And if you have your BAM set up, I would keep it this way in general for just this reason. Just to be at least one faster than your BKM, then you can, set up the combo pretty quickly. This is also assuming you have the second special Omicron on BKM. when I'm doing this fight, if you know that this works well for you with the set 18, great, do that. For me, I'm always going with a set 17 with as much defense as I can get. The turn meter's probably bad, right? Yeah, because that'll reduce his max health. That's something. It's up to you. I mean, if you had something, like if you had a set 18 that was 70-something% health instead, maybe that would be a good way to go instead of defense. You can sort by health and see if it jumps out at you. Looks good. Turn meter level 3 we don't want. We already used that. Yeah, that's not the 3 we want anyway. Yeah, I mean, the DI on 6 could be potentially interesting. Health, crit damage. That's potentially competitive with, what was it, 70% defense? I don't know. I do like that dark side level 3, though. Between that and the bit of defense, that seems decent. You got armor penetration, a little bit of crit damage. Very little going to waste on that, you know? I assume you're regularly doing this counter, so you have your Slacker modded very fast, I recall. As long as you're faster than Leia, you should be good. We just stun Drogon and walk the dog. Yeah, you should be very much faster. Yes, yes. That is right, sir. We wish you well, Armor. You've done your job. Yeah, yes, exactly. Sometimes you have to wait and do another basic on Leia to be able to line up that stun right, but it worked out here just right. You can use that if you want. That's fine. You probably aren't surviving long enough to save it until the next time they go under stealth or anything like that. I would have swiped Drogon there so you get your double siphon. Or if he was, yeah, I don't think he was under stealth yet. Yeah, there, you can hit him. You can hit him. Yep. Good one. Good one. See if we can't stun R2 now. Yeah. I think you got it, man. Oh yeah, I would definitely keep stacking, man. Yeah, that's the part that hurts. This looks good because I think he's about to reveal himself. Nope, never mind. I was wrong. I lied. I worry for you. I want you to be greedy, but yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I think this is the right call. I've had to do this many times. Stun R2. Nice. Beautiful work. Trouble on Demand says, paging Fennec Shand, you're needed on the holo tables. Yeah, Fennec. Fennec could be a cleanup for the solo Lord Vader. No problem. I can see that.
Okay, Saul is a problem.
Sorry? What was that?
Saw is a problem. Tuskens are a problem. Enoch's a problem. Those are the. Oh,
All right,
well.
so dig this. Tuskens, if you're worried about... well, first of all, I think we saw some win rate for Seer against Saw in the first place, but I know for a fact Seer Malicos against Tuskens is fine. So you can make that work. You don't have Malgus. What do you like doing versus Enoch? What was your plan for this?
I actually had it was just my Sith Eternal kills something plan.
Yeah. Do you think you need to see anywhere else?
Well, yeah. So C was originally just the 15th team, just to kill whatever. But now he's got to kill Saw, probably.
I was about to say, like, I feel like Saw is the biggest problem on the defense right now.
Yeah. And so Lord Vader's for Tusken, so we don't have to worry about that.
Okay. So why don't you...
I still have Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. No,
you don't. Right. Yeah. So what about C. Watt Set versus Saw? How you like that? Vin Altabi says, CLS could work against Enoch. What's the cron? We can look at that in a bit. Again, I'd probably prefer running defense, but we've been mashing that button a lot for you, so you might be getting a little thin on him now. I don't know. Yeah, that's the right level 3, the one that's on the zombie crown. But wait, you know, Finn, against that Finn team, Mother Talzin, Marin Zombie, is still mostly a 57 for me. I think you can finesse it. So if you want to go that route, we could...
Yeah, and if we go that route, it saves Aphra for something else.
Well, yeah, that's only if we need Aphra. You know what? I'm not even using the set. You can use that zombie crown, because I'm using like a set 18 crown, I want to say, or something like that. Not really worried about the zombie aspect of it. It's actually disadvantageous to remove turn meter from them, right? Like, we want them to take turns so that plague hurts. So yeah, we get out the tank tech. I think you get your cooldowns pushed back by Saw, potentially, and if not, we just link Saw and Kyle, and that's a wrap. Oh, you're stuck there. Okay. Yeah. It's me, probably the big man. If this was still having like the set 16 Datacron, I would have definitely linked Kyle instead, because his damage would be unmanageable. But now we're good. So I wonder how this is all going to line up. Give it this. All right, perfection. Because I was really hoping you got to do this link before he resummons. Fantastic. All right, your problem child's out of the way.
Why didn't his summon come back for the second one? Was his cooldown just off, or it just didn't line up for him?
I'm kind of curious about that too, because he's been around a bunch more since. I know if he has the Omicron for it, which I think he did, it's only the basic he was missing, right? So I think he gets the free resummon. But I don't even think I saw that. I'm not sure. He won't resummon once lead is gone, says the wolf. Good call, man. Appreciate that.
All right, so next here is Enoch.
Before we necessarily commit, go back one and let's think about just everything up here up top. So yeah, Seer Malicos can work well versus Tuskens. I know you can use it versus Trench, I guess. Dash.
So I don't have Seer Malicos for offense.
Okay, so we can do... I mean, I like CLS. I don't know what you think. Because you just get to pop Hondo off rip, right? Vandor only saves light side scoundrel allies. So Hondo just gets to die. Then we kill Vandor. Then we kill Dash. You know? That's just one way. And, you know, if you have something else in mind, but wanted to throw you at least that option. What's the plan for Kel with ETH?
So Maul ISC, possibly.
Mulgar
I wanted
ISC?
to try that one. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't really been doing that, but I can see why it would work. So I don't want to tell you it wouldn't. Welcome back, Wolf. Thank you for enjoying the commercial break. Your support in watching that is appreciated. Gonna need like an afternoon nap here today, folks. I was up late getting everything installed on this new computer. I'll put some pictures on my Discord. It's really beautiful, this machine.
Okay. All right. So general breakdown: Lord Vader on Tuskens, CLS on Dash, Maul on Pellerin, Gungans on Trench, and then something for Enoch.
I can look up options for Enoch if you like.
Okay, so I know I have to do Lord Vader here, so I'm just going to run that one. We use Thrawn, so I have to find a different third. Probably
And
Piet.
you could go with, Piet Royal. Are you usually doing this fight without Maul?
No, this is not my normal Tusken counter. This is just my backup one. I haven't had to use it this season, so I don't know how. Data says it works well, so
Okay.
that's what I'm running off of.
Okay. Aphra has a coin flip on Enoch. What makes a difference? Turn meter level 3, set 18. Probably high crit damage would be best. Yeah, turn meter level 3 seems pretty important. So there's an application for Aphra, which means now you could do Night Sisters versus Finn, something like that. There's a rotation you can do.
So I've got this one, 129 crit damage with 15%. Does that push it? So with those, it pushes it over 50% for Aphra versus Enoch?
I can't filter for stats into Insight. Like, I can't punch in those numbers and see if it helps. But there were only 2 attempts that I saw, and the one that dropped had the bulk level 3. The one that succeeded had turn meter level 3. Vinal Tabi says, Lord Vader can solo Tuskens. He doesn't have... Oh, he doesn't have Enoch level 9? Okay, I'll check for that when we go back for Enoch. That's fine. But Okay, so I guess you should be safe running this Lord Vader, according to Vin. I always worry about getting, I don't know, timed out or unexpectedly blown out, but I also am not doing this season, so I don't want to tell anybody they're wrong. Nooch raiding in with a party of 9. The Star Wars dad. You know, you're not the only dad who plays Star Wars, but you are the Star Wars dad. What's going on, Nooch? How did the round go? Streaming one of my patrons' fights here because I got matched with an Aurodium, so Vestara Khai was kind enough to save me from needing to cancel the stream. Don't get cheeky. My nephews and son played my GAC. All right. And you won. So everybody was a winner, yeah? Yeah, I guess this fight's pretty straightforward. All right, you got to take off, Nooch. Appreciate the raid. Take care. Enjoy your day. Oh, yeah, you're doing just fine. I actually really like the Piet because now they can't just bully. They have an incentive. The AI is dumb and is just going to ignore Royal some of the time. That's what I'm saying.
Come on, just kill him. Just kill him.
That's right. There it is. Ryrock asks, is there any Old Man Luke combo that can take down Leia? I just lost with new bow, BAM, and IG-12. I know it can. I don't know that it's super reliable, but I have seen it done. It's going to be using, I would imagine, JKR and JKL sides. Maybe that's Jedi Cal and JKR sides. JKL is less, yeah, JKR and Jedi Cal probably. Because JKL is a little less necessary when you're running the Set 17 Crown where you can do stun on special, so you can generally keep the side stunned if you're careful. I'm not doing that counter though. I'm usually doing JML versus Saw?
I didn't know you could prevent the summon from not summoning.
Neither did I. I'm pretty sure I've hit that summon, you know, like, you get to kill it twice, and then on the second time it stays dead. But, like, I think I've accidentally used a Nihilus Execute on that first one, and it still came back the second time, so I don't know. Okay, man's making moves. Do you use PrimeBot? Do you have the breakdown on the banners so far?
Yeah, so we got 65 versus Leia, 53 versus well, either one of probably Balin, and then 56 against the last one, Rey.
Okay, like it. So, no level 9. Alright. Let me check that. So, DRBSF Malik will work. CLS Chupio C3PO can work. Malgus, Riva. Stuff like that. So, I don't know, CLS Chupio, C3PO? And then, what?
So CLS was going to be against, what's it called? Hondo. Unless you can, when you would do dash.
I was going to say, I think we could hazard substituting dash in. It may not be, I think it might cost you a banner, because CLS can top himself off in a way that dash can't. It's up to you, though. What are you mulling over?
Yes. So we'll do dash here and then CLS against Enoch. Because we don't have to, yeah.
Yep. Looks good. Did I see one that had like a lot of crit damage and protection? That was kind of interesting.
So this one, but this one is for Maul, so I can't use this one.
Okay, well, what's the light side one there? The Karth one, yeah. Hey, dig that. That works with dash AoE, right? You've got debuffs all over this team, in fact. You got Han, you got Chewie.
You think these are better than... Well, the 15% is probably better on the other team.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Which one would you prefer this one for? Like, I could... If you told me that you were reserving a Kron like this for use with Gungans on offense, I could get behind that, too. But... yeah, if you don't need this one elsewhere, I think it's decent for the task. Was it a super high amount of defense on it? On the Kron? Because maybe that's... no, there's not. It's a, no, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's an 18. And the health is okay, but not crazy. There is retribution, but that's why you're stunning people, Like, we're gonna hit Hondo with the first basic off of Han, and then hopefully he dies, and if he doesn't die, then we might have to use Han's middle to stun dash. Or, stun dash, right? Then we finish off Hondo, finish off Vandor, finish off dash. Like that.
Okay. And yeah, Hondo can't outspeed because Han shoots first.
That's right.
That all sounds right.
Shoot him in the dick. Okay. You've already had that go out, so let's see. Yeah, nothing's gonna stop you. I would AoE, because then as soon as Hondo's dead, we're gonna follow this up with an assault on Vandor. All in on Vandor. And you could target dash in third to try and stun. Yeah, now we can just put... see, I would base it because you do 3 big hits with dash, I want to say. Yeah. Looking good. Nice. Beautiful. All right. Now let's see how the CLS thing works against Enoch.
Hold on. I think we got one drop here.
Ooh, did you get some money? Yeah, you got some money. Okay, and dig that. If that was with Night Sisters... that sucks, because he still has Chrysanthemum to deal with.
Okay, so you said CLS for this one? That I do not see.
It was CLS Chupio C3PO is what it was.
Okay, let's take a look at that.
Just Rebel, yeah. Now, this is me looking at Insight. You have no idea what you're doing. I have no idea what you're doing. So, we'll feel this out. You figure you're looking to spam Chupio's Dispel as soon as you can. I think because of Decay, keeping the sides alive... well, first, we would want to keep maximum stacks of frustration on the side as much as possible, but I think first priority is to kill Enoch, right? Because he's the only character that we can kill more or less straight away. We have to chop through the decay of the sides otherwise.
Yeah, and I'm assuming all the crit avoidance stuff, most of it goes away when Enoch dies.
Yes, that's true. And so set 17 armor penetration comes to mind. You could go with crit damage if armor penetration looks weak. Yeah, ideally it wouldn't require somebody to die for you to get the bonus. See, that's okay. I mean, it's not the best, but it's okay. What's going to make this fight work, and I think you'd agree, is it's more of a control fight. I mean, if you had big crit damage or armor penetration to throw at it, I think that makes a big difference in how long the fight goes. So,
do you think the 15% level 3 is just more important than going for stats?
Might be. It depends on how good the stats are. What's the alternative? Like, let's have a choice between two crons.
So, like, if we want an armor pen, we can do this one, which is 110, 26. But there's no bulk stats for it, and the level 3 is basically useless.
Yeah.
This one, I mean, this is if someone dies, this is an option.
Yeah, I don't like that one as much because, like you said, the benefit comes from somebody being dead. So we're trying to control the fight. That one, I mean, the little bit of defense isn't terrible. Tenacity's not terrible. Because there is blight that you can resist, I want to say.
60.
So I'd probably rock the TM, to be honest.
Yeah.
Try and lock him down as best as possible.
Burn down Enoch.
Right. Nice. Look at them all buffed up. Okay, you can stop all that shit. Damn. Yeah.
I don't think you stance swap because you're just
no, not at all. The question is, who do you middle? Do you middle Enoch or do you middle Night Trooper to remove alert off of him? I don't think it matters. So I think I would middle Enoch to keep focus because we're going to dispel with Chupio anyway, right now. Boom. Nice moves. Yeah, I'd rip it. Yeah. That's good. Now, yeah. Okay, yeah. As long as you're going to have the dispel. Oh, yeah, now you've got the 3 stacks of translation. So, okay, that's how this works. Just focus him down. I think you just get to blitz them, right? Yeah, okay, so he dispelled you. It's not good. Stance for sure. Maybe take the buffs off of Knight. What do you think about it?
Yeah, plus he's going to be going next.
He's going to slap your shit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. It depends on how much you fear that next AoE out of Night. Do you want to blind or do you want to rip it with damage? I think the blind.
Well, he's going to be stunned, so
yeah, I'm
he's
talking about Night,
yet.
not DTP.
Oh. Is he even? No, I want to save it just in case.
Okay.
Yeah. For the next round.
Yeah. I don't think either's a terrible choice. And clearly, see, we were able to take it. So yeah, finish the job on this guy ASAP. Okay. Yes, he is the focus of our attention for the moment. Ooh. Okay. Well, the good news is this will be easy to clean up because there's no decay on the second run. But we were right to stay focused on Enoch. And you were saying Gungans for trench, right? So that's, we don't have to worry about that. And now you're going to do Maul versus Kel.
Yep, exactly.
Like
I
it.
think the data on Gungans is just really, really good for that match, so I'm not worried about that one.
Yeah, I
This
agree.
one is a bit more questionable.
Okay. I believe in you. Yeah, that's an insane amount of protection. That's good stuff.
Felt sketchy, then just came together.
Yeah, you kicked the shit out of him. So, not even close. Nice. Very well done. Wow.
I got mass protection, but the level 3 doesn't matter. We got 15%. Not so good on the stats. I don't really have anything that syncs with them.
Okay. So you figure like crit damage would be good from set 18 or from set 17. Crit damage and armor penetration and crit damage, something like that. Because we're trying to have the fight done and out of the way before we're out of shield, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because once you're out of shield, I think if you lose shield, then I think you've lost the battle.
Yeah, I think you're greatly in danger.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. 50 protection, 35 on the crit. The level 3 doesn't do anything, but I think the bulk or the stats are just better than the 15% here. That would have been bad. Is it worth running Tarpals here? Probably.
I didn't. Did you look up this counter? I would imagine that Tarpals is probably better if we're going with a more offensive setup. But I could be convinced otherwise because I don't run this. What do you think?
Yes, purples is the way to go. They just look so similar in the stats that it's just you gloss over that third. All right, we'll do Tarples, and that should be good.
Okay, so you saw a noticeably higher win rate using him.
Yeah, so all the top 5 versions are 100%, 95%. So it's relatively close.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's not a big difference, but okay, yeah. All right. So, yeah, we're just blitzing down Watt first, right? Watt, Trench, Django. You can do the... if you want to... he'll shake off the stun, but you can set cooldowns back on Django with the third, I think. Even though he has DI. Who do you want to reduce, increase cooldowns on is really the thing. Because you...
I would assume, well...
yeah, Trench could be a good call because of the mass assist.
I don't think you can... does it work on Django even if he's in DI? That's the question.
Yeah, it does. Debuffs can be applied. Mm-hmm. You could do middle. I could see that. You could also save that because that's your cleanse. Yeah. That's a good call. Third calling Jar Jar, probably. No, you can't call Jar Jar, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good outcome, honestly. I like it. Mm-hmm.
This... so close.
Almost.
This should be it. Okay, now kill Trench. Although we might actually get to...
yeah, now Django's open for business. He might go down quicker now. Good time for you to have Retribution. I like it. I like it.
Okay, and we just get to clean up.
Real smooth, too. And I think you were right on the money. Because look how low you're getting on your generator. You wouldn't be this far in the fight if you didn't have Tarpals, you know?
Yeah, without Tarpals, I mean, I don't think you have the damage. On defense, it feels different because you're trying to stall. On offense, that's not what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I may... it looks like he's not doing anything. So I might have a little bit of leeway to just play around here.
I wouldn't read too much into that. He's still, 50 minutes, you can still do a lot. Just, play it how you were already planning to play it. You'll be all right. I wouldn't assume he's not going to clear you now.
Okay, so we're going to do Night Sisters here. You said Datacron doesn't matter. What stats
I'm trying
to
think. Not Asajj, it's Zombie that you take. And I think there's no potency, so resistance penetration would be ideal from set 17. Oh, look, you got a Zombicron. What is that? No, we don't really want the turn meter one. Level 3. Potency, evasion. This one's pretty good. I like this one.
Okay, and I'm assuming that the debuff is probably more important because there's no resistant pen on this one. A little bit of crit damage, potency, which will help. So that actually might be, yeah, okay. What's the point of taking zombie over Asajj?
So the idea is that you're not usually able to kill them so quickly. There's a early part of the fight where they heal up and they shake off your plague, but by them being able to kill you repeatedly, you're able to get a whole bunch of plague onto them, and zombie is important to help you buy time. Like, I'm always doing this with zombie. I don't do this with Asajj. I'm only running the Asajj thing when you're going against Jabba.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. I would middle. Just start rolling it. This is what we want. You can go ahead and middle here, because I think there's going to be some healing action by these guys. And then they can roll right back out into some plague. That was not quite correct, but yes, go for the stun here. There's a lot of leeway in how you play this. Yes, mass there when you can. Mm-hmm. Middle. That's fine. He's got a lot of plague on him. He's usually the first to die. Sure, you can special him. I would say locking him down is good. Hopefully he's not immediately dispelled, but we'll see. All right, you got this from here. Hard part's done.
Definitely plays a lot different than versus Jabba.
Yes. Yes. Middle. We want it because we're trying to keep them coming back, right? Oh, shit. Okay. It's not, oh, shit. Okay. Mild tear. Oh, my God. You're kidding. I'm very surprised at that because she was pretty healthy, wasn't
that's
she?
That's a good one. Yeah, I think at least 75%.
Sorry about that. That one is pretty solid for me. I hate when I do that. I tell somebody it's 57 for me all day, man. I got this.
Okay, so these are all cleanups with the exception of this one. Without Gideon, I don't know how well this works.
I don't like it much myself, but
no.
Yeah. I think GG can work. GG stat B1.
Where is it? Where's my death? There we go.
I just did this the other day, and I kind of wiped out on it. I think it's most traditionally done with Iden, Storm, and Shore. But what do you think about that? Because I did this, and I was able to get Qui-Gon down, but I wasn't able to keep the sides controlled enough such that I didn't get trouble.
Yeah, so I have one success with it. I just have to figure out what... You're probably right. I don't remember what the second and third I used was. But I did have a success with it. Oh, I don't remember. Yep, you get. Oh, I don't have shore. Wonder if a range can. I don't. I might have to change it up because we used shore earlier. Okay, I'm gonna just try Imperial Remnant without.
So, I don't know if you heard me. GG Stat B1 can occasionally work too. And I feel like you probably got better odds doing that than this without Gideon. And I wonder what you thought about that.
Yeah, I never seen that one. So if you say that one's a good one, those are people that aren't getting used anyway. So.
I'm not going to come out here and say I think it's a good one. What I think is it's a better one than what you had lined up there. And we can go with health, or we can go with crit damage. As far as amount, yeah, it's with B1. So the idea would be we kind of survive the opener, and then you're locking down Anakin, and so it's like, let's think about this. If there's no foresight that you need to clear off JKA, it would be great if GG can hit him with the basics so that you can put healing immunity on him. Then on his next turn, you would stun him with GG's third, and then we kill Qui-Gon. And then JKA doesn't get the health refill. You know?
Yeah, okay. Are we locking down JKA anytime before we kill Qui-Gon? Or is he
That's what I'm saying. So it's like if we had it our way and there was no foresight on JK, we would do basic with GG first to get the healing immunity. Then on GG's next turn, we're hitting him with the third, which will stun, hopefully.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And then we kill Qui-Gon, right? But we assume that we're gonna take the first JK AOE, so we're trying to have him locked down so that we don't take the second. Ryrock says, Tass, I was just about to take out Drogon with Old Man Luke, Hoda, and Jedi Luke. Then I clean up Leia R2 with Seer, Maliko, Starkiller, and Starkiller Crown. Okay, good.
So we can call GG to assist here, right?
Yes, I would call Grievous to assist here. That's a good call.
And that should be the heal block. There we go.
Yep, that's the one we wanted. I think we decrease... I think we want to hit the AoE here, right? We want to have Foresight off everybody because that's a lot less offense any of these characters have.
Okay.
You can do damage to whoever, but we're not killing Qui-Gon until we've done GG's third here on Anakin, right?
Right. I don't think this will kill him.
No, nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough damage. Okay, so that's fine. We took that punch that we were planning on. It sucks that he got stunned. That part sucks. This can't be evaded, I believe, the third. Okay, so you hit the stun. Now it's yeah. I mean, it'd be great if we had stab. And now he's okay. Shit, this is gonna be wild. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what?
Okay.
Now we can use. Now you can do your DTMG thing. All right. All right, let's see here. So with the buff Ty Dorito now, is Executrix the capital ship to use? You mean to fight against Leviathan? I think Executor has such a high value on defense, whether or not you're doing triple attacker, which I do think is better, generally speaking, on defense, or if you want to have Houndstooth up front. Those are the most popular ways to set that team on defense, and I don't think there's a real bad way to go there, but I expect that that team belongs on defense because, yeah, like any of those counters where bad RNG can screw you, you want to put bad RNG situations for your opponent on your defense. So, as far as fighting Leviathan, though, personally, I've been really liking Profundity. I saved the Mark 6 Interceptor from the Leviathan fleet, and that is my first reinforcement with Profundity. The idea is you're beating them to the race for Ultimate because you're able to keep up tenacity up on your team more often than not. And it works. It works. Something like 70, 72 at best. I've seen like 68. I've seen lower in the 60s, but I still see a one-shot. So it depends on how unlucky you get RNG-wise, but it works for me. And then I keep Leviathan for Executor myself. I know some folks are doing Endurance, Negotiator against the Houndstooth upfront variants, and then if it's triple attacker, I do believe some folks are still pulling off Executrix, and yeah, those can work, but then if they don't, I think you're up the creek. And while I concede that having Leviathan on defense is probably the tougher defense, I'm not trying to lose the battle on that. You know what I'm saying? Here, let me put that back up square for you guys. Your Profundity's on defense. Well, I don't know what you got, man. Your Profundity's on defense. You got to fight a Leviathan. I guess if you have Executrix, I don't know. If memory serves, man, I want to say that there's a Negotiator 2-shot. I feel like Negotiator can get you most of the way through Leviathan, and then you end up losing. And then I want to say you go back in with Finalizer or Radis, you know, the Radis fleet. I want to say that that can get it done for you. Wolf says, my counter on Wednesday went to shit because their bomber 2% dodged like 5 hits, so I couldn't get ult fast enough. That sucks, man. I don't know if you saw the one crazy night I had last week. I want to say it was against You Can't Say. Just dodges against his Exile Ezra off the chain, like dodge and resist all over the place. And then in Fleet, I was getting dodged everywhere. Like, I did a mass assist with 5 ships on a TIE fighter that was on a Chimera team, and, like, all of the hits dodged. And it's like, okay, that's not good. And then I got to do a bunch of other hits, and they all got dodged, and then Chimera blew up a ship. I was like, okay, this is normal. Legit dodge dashes special twice in a row? That's... I'm assuming the middle, because I think the third can't be evaded at all. So I'm assuming you're talking about the middle. In which case, yeah, that still sucks. Sorry to hear that, Wolf. You got death? I mean, you already got your tank in DTMG himself. If you think Storm is bringing a lot, but death is at least another dispel for alert.
I was going to use death for Iden down below, but
oh yeah, yeah. If you have some intention where you think you might use Iden, yeah, never mind, go for it. Yeah, and you can just ramp offense then. Sure, that can work. Yeah, sorry to hear about the bad luck, Wolf. Middle. I like middle. Because you'll start ramping offense with middle.
Even without the 4 stacks of insight?
I think it says you're... I could be wrong, but I thought you were ramping it anyway, and I think there's a good effect regardless using that middle. I do agree, don't use the third yet. Okay. It's crazy how healthy he is. Perfect.
Enoch being there is very convenient.
For sure. Yeah, I know people have been using that Enoch team to great effect on Jabba, but I have been liking him on a defense, because if it is your Malgastraw, okay, then I should be trying to set a defense that's stressing that choice. And if not, I'm okay with using Malgus on it. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks about the fin. I feel bad about that. Better than they deserve. You're going to smack the crap out of them. Wow.
Oh,
you're breaking up a little bit. I don't know why. But yes, the death mark is the right move. Nice. Yeah, this is going to work just fine. Probably could have just had you do Aphra to the fin. You know?
Okay, and that's ground.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not a lot complicated here. Although I'm kind of curious to actually try Chimera versus the Executor. Just, I mean, I already had enough drops, so
Really?
I think I can just try it, and then if it doesn't work, go back to Leviathan.
Yeah.
Because I could, so Profundity for one, Negotiator for the other, and the Chimera, or is it Executor? I think it's Executrix instead, right?
I think Executrix is the one that works against triple. I think it struggles against Houndstooth. So, I'm sorry, you have Leviathan.
Leviathan, Profundity, Negotiator,
yeah,
Empire.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do something just for funsies, run in the Chimera against Executor, go for it. I don't think it's gonna work out, man. If I'm being honest with you. Maybe you get some lucky dodge, something like that. I want to believe.
Is there really nothing other than Leviathan that works against it? Or is it
no, you
or
can
is it
do like
Negotiator
the
that I'm talking
endurance.
about?
I think there's an endurance and a negotiator counter, but I don't personally use them because I do believe there's still some failure rate with them. Whereas the only time I've ever lost with Leviathan is when I got extraordinarily unlucky. It's otherwise doing the job for me just fine.
All right, we'll just do the boring ones.
Mm-hmm. Now, you just so you know, I'm usually taking for my for my reinforcements. I'm taking Palpatine and Sass, and I'm usually calling Palpatine in first to heal up Fury. You don't need Mark 6 for this fight. Some people think that, or you're worried that am I going to be able to kill Houndstooth without Mark 6? And the answer is yes. It's just fine. So if you wanted to next round, if your opponent's going to set Executor and Leviathan side by side, having that Profundity with Mark 6, really nice. So I'm in the habit of this split.
Are you going to set? Because you realize that if I win this one, I face you.
Oh yeah, we're in the. Oh, I didn't even know that. I usually don't.
So, do you want to pull that whole whatever you just said?
Sure, no, because I've already done it on stream. Like, there's no secrets. It's already out there. I'm not even somebody. I didn't invent it. So this is you can know that's. You can rely on me. Like I'm trying to. If you and I end up fighting, you can rely that I'm not trying to get caught out on your fleet. You know what I'm saying?
That's just. It's so much easier to not have fleets as a headache. Okay, no Mark 6. 1, 2, 3. We are good.
Mm-hmm. By the way, the 2 or more people win. I think that goes without saying.
Wasn't my prediction.
I like basic on that guy first. Because now the next time Fury goes, Fury's just going to have to basic the Houndstooth. You see, or not Fury, but Dagger. You know what I'm saying? The next time Dagger goes, all he can do is basic on the Houndstooth. Whereas on his previous turn, he could basic the punishing one, and then he can AoE. When he's stuck on Houndstooth. Well, I guess he's never stuck on Houndstooth. That's right. He gets to ignore pilotless ships. I forget that part.
She almost cashed me open waking up from her nap. She woke up, tumbled, almost cashed my hand open, and then scrambled back up.
Fantastic. Good time for that AoE, yeah. Sucks that they're gonna. Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, it's up to you. Maybe add basic. Because, yeah, this isn't a killing blow here. Nice. Yep. I would probably hit the basic onto the Xanadu blood, right? Like you're trying to hit him while also keeping him under stealth. Or keeping him out from under stealth. Now he got healed. Damn. Alright, well, you'll be okay. Regardless. Good stuff. I didn't even know you and I were in the same bracket this week. Yeah, when I saw an Aurodium round 1, I didn't even look at the bracket, And then when I finished round 1 and saw an Aurodium for round 2, I again just didn't look at the bracket.
It must be nice facing Aurodiums.
Yeah. Living that life. Beautiful. And Fury, yeah. Good call. Good call. You can basically put it on auto, I think. You want to let it just work through with time. Because you're going to want, yeah, the basic from your capital, just keep getting shock down so that you can just work through, just like this. All right, now, if showing you this helps you beat me tomorrow, if you and I end up fighting, curses upon you.
You're the constructor of your own demise.
That's right.
Okay, home 1. All right, so Negotiator, and then we use Profundity here.
Sure. Thought I have is that the benefit of Phantom 2 is that you get to bring out 2 reinforcements. So if you're only planning on bringing 1, I'd bring something like either Cassian if you want to be aggressive, or if you're wanting to cover your back, you could bring Biggs as a spare tank.
Yeah, probably should just not have even brought it.
Probably not, but if you were going to bring just 1, I generally would not bring Phantom 2. You could say that the only other reason to bring it is... No, not really, because it doesn't help you get... Yeah, it doesn't help you otherwise. It just helps you bring in another reinforcement, yeah. And this is Spy off the bench. Okay, sure. Okay. Okay. This will work. So I guess Elias didn't do much more. Wonder if
yeah, so far it's just the 3 battles.
Okay, I think you got him now for sure. He's got 20 minutes to do too much work. I really liked that basic you just chose to do. That was a really
It has to do with the Valor, doesn't it?
Well, what I like is for you to hit... if you're going to be able to immediately use it to pop Sunfac, then... I guess what I'm saying is like, I like to either have the buff immunity on Sunfac so that I can go after Hyena full-time. Or... Ooh. Is there coffee?
It can be.
Oh, man, what cannoli. My wife brought home cannolis, fresh cannolis. I need some hot black coffee to go with that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you got this on lock, man. I knew you knew what you were doing there with the Marauder. I usually take 5s, but I feel the effect is probably the same. Yeah, solid work. All right, man. Yeah, let's check out that front wall of yours. See if he took any other swings. All right.
No, looks like he just stopped on Jabba.
He knew what it would cost him. So, I think with Baustedt, Aphra could do it. So I wonder why he just stopped there. Because we had a few drops, so we had room to move. But maybe just a busy Saturday afternoon for Elias. So yeah, looks like it's you and me then for the final, eh?
Yeah, that'll be interesting. So I'll have to rejigger this whole defense.
Yeah. I'll enjoy that scout. That's going to be a fun bit of scouting. All right, well, I'm going to get ready to start wrapping us up and rating us out. But before I do all that, you get the final word. Before I do all that, what do you got to say to the people, Vestara?
No, it's just fun. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, thanks for the help as well.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, sorry for the ones I cost you too, but we got the job done, so. All
yeah,
right.
the Queen really threw a wrench in the defense.
Yeah, that was surprising. That was surprising. Yeah. It's usually the ones that have high defense that they slow you down long enough that you are at risk to get blitzed later in the fight. But yeah, man, no, I appreciate you making the time. Otherwise, I wasn't really going to be streaming anything, so thank you. All right, guys. Looks like it's going to be me versus Vestara for the grand finale of the season. That'll be tomorrow night. I usually am kicking off that stream between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern, but for exact details, check out my Discord. Of course, if you're not already there, good place to be, active community. You got questions, we got answers, all that kind of thing. Of course, if you want to catch this stream and all of my previous streams with chapters added for easy browsing, I put those VODs up on my YouTube, Tassinix Gaming. I've also got some other Swugger-related content that I know you'll be interested in. We've got the Datacron set reviews for set 17 and 18. I make those with Aesop Rock, the #1 player in the game. We've got the mod guide videos, highlighting characters and factions that you have requested. We've got my recent GAC Omicron tier list video. And of course, I also host there my GAC focused podcast, Plotting and Scheming. I make that with my friends Dagger, TJ, Sasha, Aisha, and Fatal. We break down our last week in Grand Arena, talking about how we dealt with the meta matchups, our favorite attack and defense, what lessons we learned that we're taking to the next week, and anything else we think that's worth sharing with you. I think that covers everything on the YouTube. Yeah, so the Plotting and Scheming podcast is also available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and I do include the RSS feed link in for every episode, so you should be able to plug that into whatever platform you like and follow the show. Okay, and of course, if you've enjoyed what you've been seeing here and you want to support the stream, at your request, I did create a Cash App that is $Tassinix. Always appreciate your support there. And of course, if you want to get something back, help raise your scouting game and join my community, check out my Patreon. Let's see if all this works now on the new computer. Check out, okay, well, it does work that I have the wrong slide on, so that's important. Let's start off with the right slide. Check out patreon.com/Tassinix for any upwardly mobile Grand Arena player. There is something there of interest to you. At $5 a month, you enter the TAS House at VIP access, and you get early access to the Plotting and Scheming podcast, which usually comes out on Friday mornings. My patrons are getting it usually Tuesday night, within hours of us recording it. You also get early access to the Datacron set guide videos, and of course, dedicated text and voice chat on Discord, where you can usually find me lurking. Drop on in and say hi. Thank you to Andrew, Arj, Deadpool Kyle 28, JJ's Productions, JJ's Productions Twitch, Jobin 4527, Johnny B Ottawa, Miasmo, Raise Malbus, Sam Vimes, Squed, Stark Strategy Gamer, Sweens 14, White Wolf, and Zoltre. Moving up to the $10 a month tier is VIP Access Plus, where you get a bundled Patreon access to myself and to OmegaBot. So if you like that detailed scouting report that I'm usually doing for my streams, that is a product of OmegaBot, where you can look at greater than just the last 2 weeks of history with the patron feature. And you also get a downloadable HTML report with links integrating right back into swugger.gg or Insight. Help you look up details, the finer details on certain counters or matchups. But thank you so much to Stryker, Esh Sotnikam, and Dobby for taking that offer. At VIP Access Premium, this is the DoubleBot bundle, where you get patron access to me, to OmegaBot, and to Hot Utils, the #1 tool for your mass mod management and loadout creation. With a couple of clicks, you can move right between Raid, TB, TW, Grand Arena. Save a ton of time on that work. You can use it to remod your account for Grand Arena or TW or any of the above. lots of powerful functions built into it. So thank you so much to Duckstab, Dark Hug, Ibenek, General Milan, Sir Boss, Quig, Wilco, and Frick Frack Paddywhack. Oh, and before we get to the top, I just wanted to shout out, in VIP access, we do have a brand new patron. Here in the chat was just talking to us. I want to check my Discord because I know he said his name 2 different ways. There it is. Yeah, Farendorf 1986 here on Twitch just joined VIP access. So thank you, man. Thank you for your support. And of course, here at the top of the list, Ingesters Club Elite, the one, the only Nomad's Reaper. This guy pops into stream from time to time and goes crazy. Just drops hundreds of subs, thousands of biddies. Incredibly generous support over the years. Appreciate you so much, man. And of course, last but never least, our special thanks. First, to Yoda Force, one of my original supporters from way back in the day. Bought me the mic that I'm speaking to you on right now, and even though he has long since quit the game, we remember him fondly from the other side. To Mrs. T, my wife, thank you for all you do in the background here while I'm trying to be halfway decent at a phone game to prevent our daughter from utterly destroying our home. She is in that phase. You can't leave her alone for 10 minutes. There's always something popping, snapping, cracking, shattering. This is the life we lead. And I appreciate you, you know, affording me these precious hours to do this. And of course, last but never least, to my co-hosts on Plotting and Scheming, Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal. Gentlemen, it is a pleasure and privilege to record our show together every week. I pick up good things for the next week. So do our viewers. So do all of you. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being part of this winning recipe. Would not change a thing. All right, let's head back over to the main screen. Yeah, Farendorf, appreciate it, man. All right, let's make ready to raid out. Who is it that we're going to go see? All right, Fatal's up. You know we got to support our Gambit brethren. So, starting up the raid, shields up, weapons online, and let's raid on out. Now, I am on a brand new computer, so I'm capable of doing the latest and greatest. You may recall some months ago, I tried to stream Helldivers, and my computer was like, I don't really like it. I have no such limitations, so I might be streaming Helldivers or Overwatch or something of the kind later. Stay tuned on Discord, but if that isn't your thing, I will catch you tomorrow between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern for the grand finale. And until next time, it's been real. It's been awesome. It's been real awesome. Take care.